30 runs, that's tough. Take another look at this wicket.
Yeah. Wasn't able to cover the angle on that occasion, left-hander. Now what a delivery, what a delivery. Left the left-hander off the surface. Since he wasn't aware where the off stump was, he had to play at that one. Yeah. If you play the game Tabola, it's toss-turvy for Sri Lanka. 69 for 2 now. With these couple of runs, 71. Successful over for Wasim Jr. He's been impressive in this series. 71 for 2.
Seventy-one for 2. Kusal Mendes and Samara Vikrama together. Haris Rauf, he's been brilliant. He's been a bit expensive, but he's done his job. He's been very penetrative. Good running. But on the subject that we were trying to discuss about the importance of carrying on the challenges as a batter at the start, where you're tested a lot as you go in, feet.
क्या है इनकी तरह आपकी मसल ग्रोथ भी अटक गई है, इसीलिए आई ट्रस्ट कपीवा शिलाजीत गोल्ड विद 5 हर्ब्स। शिलाजीत टेस्टोस्टेरोन बढ़ाए जिससे आपके मसल्स बढ़ जाए, अश्वगंधा स्ट्रेस रिड्यूस करे और स्वर्ण भस्म स्टैमिना बढ़ाए। वाह कपीवा।
And in the process, in order to try something different to up the ante, you lose your wicket. Or if you're bogged down and then you find a couple of boundaries and you start to feel that you can get more and you can lose your wicket. Yeah, Pakistan's smartest hatchback electronic vehicle. Inverex Zio. Can be a good family car.
It's an interesting point you make about different phases. One would think that the first 20 to 30 runs where you're really tested, you're challenged, and then you'll expect to try and build on it. But then you also talk about those phases where you just mentioned as to how batters would start and then the innings would kind of stutter a little bit and how you cope with it.
You know what? Good batters or great batters have done over the years to deal with it. That ability to maneuver the length, where you are able to pick up singles of good deliveries and boundaries of good deliveries. And if you have the basics right, then you have the clear mindset and you are able to deal with any kind of a situation. But if you don't have that aspect in your game, where you could actually take the scoreboard by maneuvering the length, by scoring singles, then you get bogged down. And then you do something silly. One for the over. Yeah, he bowled those bounces with searing pace. And it wasn't that short, that delivery.
Oh, bowled. Very well bowled. That's a good line to bowl. 72 for 2.
Yeah, looks an improved bowler, Haris Rauf. He started to take the ball away from the right-handers. And to develop that in your repertoire, then you become more challenging for the right-handers.
Now this is quite interesting. If you really look at this, what it's trying to say is you scored 55% of your runs with non-boundaries, and you're still striking. Look at the strike rate, 92. So it talks about, we'll come to that. You talk about the rotation of strike, running those 2s and 3s. You speak about having a method to your batting. It's not about just hitting boundaries. So that, to a great extent, seemed to suggest that that's this man's game.
Yeah, these kind of players, they bring that reliability on the table for you. You know, one thing can be associated with aggressive players: lack of consistency. But these kind of players, you know, as a captain or the coach, you are assured if they stay in, they're going to do the job.
What's the number? 74 for 2. Kusal Mendis and Samar Vikrama trying to put a partnership together. 5 of 10. Still quite early days.
Yeah, these two batters, they need to stay calm. And to gain calmness is the Tapal Tea Lounge.
Well, this is Wasim, Mohammad Wasim Jr. Just look at the way he's bowled that line. That delivery went across slightly fuller, and it's the angle to the left-hander.
Oh, what a delivery. Almost severed the batsman on that occasion. He's been getting the pitch to respond to his style. Not only he's been bowling with pace, but also deviation of the surface have been bothersome for the batter.
Look at the movement back into the right-hander. Beat him for pace, beat him for movement. And the wicket keeper, I think he did well to get a glove to it, because the deviation was so great. As you said, he is getting a response from the surface. He's working up a good head of steam as well. That's a wide. Right, so Sri Lanka 76 for 2, and I think it's time for some Tapal tea. Well, you can enjoy Pakistan's own brand, Tapal tea, at the Tea Lounge, the #1 tea brand of Pakistan.
What did you say? It's time for Tapal tea? Are you feeling sleepy?
No, I'm just enjoying it. Love it.
Okay.
I just love it. Actually, I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, Wasim Jr. had to warm the bench for a long time. Ever since he's been given an opportunity to represent his country on his comeback, he has really looked decent and impressive. Has bowled with a lot of control.
With an offer on the single. 14 done, 78 for 2.
Sri Lanka 78 for 2. A couple of wickets apiece to Haris Rauf and Mohammad Wasim Jr. 55 run, the opening stand from Sri Lanka.
Again an express start for the third time in the series. The opening partnership going past the 50 mark and very quickly. And then Pakistan able to haul it back. I just feel the single options need to be worked on. 55 dots in the Sri Lankan innings as of now in 14 overs. That's just over 9 overs. So basically, Uruj, Sri Lanka scoring at 15 plus. Take out the dots, I would say. And why I bring up the single options is that's what keeps a batter rolling. That's what keeps the fielding captain having to always change his plans. Kamil Mishara off to a fly. His first 10 balls, he got to 20. All the boundaries there, he came hitting the gaps, only 2 fielders in the deep. Then Pakistan changed the length. The field just sat back and bowled a defensive line and length. And his strike rate dropped. And then looking to poke it here and there and got himself out. Quality player, has some wonderful shots, but the 20s and 30s are not going to cut it.
That's what Charita Sri Lanka also mentioned, that leading into this series, all the series that Sri Lanka have won, there have been big hundreds. There have been the conversions from Kushal Mendis, from Pathum Nissanka, from the captain himself. Obviously misses out today because he's under the weather, Charita Sri Lanka. And those conversions haven't come. Hence why on both occasions Sri Lanka just shorter runs. Salman Ali Agha, confusion in the middle, great piece of fielding. But the throw a bit wayward.
Yeah, that's hard. He's had to pick himself up and throw across his body. But this is tremendous from Salman Ali Agha. The pressure that's building, the dots are building, 4 dots in this over. And suddenly the batter will bring out that mistake, even in stroke play or running. And even here today, both openers getting starts. That's where the pressure is being invited. It's not all about the shots. You bowl a loose ball, they'll hit it. They'll hit it anyway. It's about managing innings that these players, especially from Sri Lanka, my focus is on at the moment, needs to improve. That's where you make life easy for yourself and allow you to manage those innings.
Excellent over from the captain. Another maiden. 15 done, 78 for 2.
एक ऐसा ऐप जहां से आपको मिलता है तुरंत लोन के साथ आप कुछ सेकंड्स में अपना लोन इजी
And welcome back to the Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium. The third ODI, final one of the series underway. Pakistan winning the toss and electing to bowl first, have Sri Lanka at 78 for 2. The first wicket chops it back onto his stumps. Pathum Nissanka off Haris Rauf. It was going really well. Another good partnership. 55 runs. Stan and lost his other partner as well. Excellent line and length bowling. Simple catch to Hasibullah behind the stumps. And Wasim Jr. also picks up one. The other opener also back in the dugout for Sri Lanka. So 55-run opening stand, and then a couple of wickets to Pakistan. Pakistan just holding things together.
4 fast bowlers charging in. Not afraid to bowl those short balls. The umpire's disappeared. Wonder where he's gone. I see him make his way from the dressing room. Shaheen Shah Afridi back in the team today. No, yesterday. Camaraderie, friendship, a lot of love spread. Shaheen Shah Afridi hosting both teams for a dinner. That's been left there. No friendships today. Really nice gesture by Pakistan's captain. Going an extra yard.
Fantastic for Pakistan. Gets a go in his 4th game in his ODI career. Will bowl some left arm wrist spin. Plenty been spoken about him. Earmarked quite a long while ago. Has made appearances in the PSL at the under-19 level. His first 3 ODI games all away from home in Zimbabwe. So his first game on home soil, and he really want to look to make an impact.
Great option to have in your team. A lot of batters struggle to judge what's coming out because left arm wrist spinners are not common. So hence to most, it's a challenge. The variations, the energy that you can impart makes such a bowler an X factor all the time.
Plenty of fielders moving around because of the left hand, right hand. Both righties, sorry about that. But just making sure Shaheen Shah Afridi gets his fielders in place. There was more of movement of personnel.